Can you think of anything more rewarding than being completely financially free? Is there anything better than having no strings attached to any job, boss, or location with enough income to live exactly how you want? That sounds like a dream for most. However, some people have it all figured out. It may seem like these people have some special ingredient or were hand-chosen by the universe to be successful, but that simply isn't true. The truth is, wealthy individuals have learned to adopt and implement money-making habits that make wealth attraction come second nature. Hi, and welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be going over the 7 key differences between the affluent and the poor. Let's get right into it. Number 1, their mindsets. Poor people tend to have a mindset of complacency and usually are pretty stagnant in life. These people are sometimes even completely unaware of their potential and never even take the first step in promoting their education. Affluent people, on the other hand, usually have more of a growth mindset. They are constantly trying to acquire and retain more and more information. These people understand that learning is a never-ending process, and you are paid in direct correlation to the difficulty of the problems in which you solve. Affluent people are also aware of the fact that our society is rapidly becoming more and more results-oriented. This is important because instead of being focused on being paid for the amount of time you put into something, you should instead be worried about being paid according to the amount of value you produce. Poor people do not understand this at all and will always put a ceiling on their earnings, as you can only work so many hours in a day. Number 2, money management. Affluent individuals usually have a strong understanding of fundamental financial concepts and are pretty adept at making the correct financial decisions when it truly matters most. Poor people, on the other hand, struggle even with the simplest of financial decisions. This is to no fault of their own, however, as personal finance is rarely taught in any schools. This is a major problem, as now most poor individuals don't have the education necessary to even plan the simplest of budgets. Not everyone can afford the luxuries of seeing a financial advisor or planner, but options for everyone should be available to at least get access to some basic information and be able to take care of your finances on a cursory level. Money management is absolutely crucial when it comes to becoming wealthy. Number 3, goal setting. We mentioned earlier how most poor people are complacent and stagnant. That's not even close to the case for affluent people, however, as these people are almost always setting and accomplishing goals. It can't be understated how important it is to set and accomplish goals for your own mental health and motivation. Doesn't it feel good to make a to-do list and be able to cross everything off that to-do list? It makes me want to accomplish even more tasks. Affluent people have this all figured out. Setting goals and hitting those goals will give you little boosts of serotonin that can lead to even more victories. Number 4, time management and productivity. Time is an invaluable resource. It makes sense, as it's the only thing you can't actually buy back. That's why it's absolutely crucial to be an expert time manager these days. Affluent people know this for a fact, and that's why they employ methods like the Pomodoro technique and the Eisenhower matrix to stay focused and stay productive. The Pomodoro method is a plan where you pick a task, then you work on that task for 25 minutes, then you take a 5-minute break, and then resume your task for another 25 minutes. You repeat this process until you've worked a grand total of 100 minutes, and then you take a substantial break. The Eisenhower matrix is a plan where you write out a list of all of the tasks you wish to complete. Then you organize these tasks into 4 categories of urgency and basically decide which tasks should be completed now, which tasks should be delegated, which should be put on the back burner and saved for later, and which tasks should be tossed away. Poor people struggle to prioritize their time and often spend hours on menial tasks or irrelevant activities. With time being an irreplaceable asset, it's easy to see why so many affluent people have carefully organized schedules. Number 5, networking and relationships. Affluent and wealthy individuals almost always have a strong and healthy network of contacts and friends. Not only is it helpful in business to know lots of people in all sorts of different fields, it's also crucial to have support from loved ones and friends in times of financial strife. The motivation provided from a proper inner circle cannot be undervalued. Poor people often associate themselves with a negative and tumultuous crowd instead of surrounding themselves with positive people who will lift them up and support their ideas. They often spend their time with people who have no good intentions for them or their successes. However, it's important to build a steady group of both good business contacts and supportive friends if you want to separate yourself from the pack and firmly place yourself among the affluent. Number 6, educational habits. For poor people, learning is often viewed as a chore. Once again, it's not entirely their fault, as education has often been presented as such. But affluent people have learned to inhale information regardless. We've mentioned multiple times throughout this video just how important it is to constantly be learning, and we're going to state it once more here. Warren Buffett even claims his success came from reading a stack of financial statements every single day until he could touch an earnings report and feel the heartbeat of that company. If the smartest investor in the world is telling you that you should never stop learning, then maybe you shouldn't. I've challenged myself this year to take one online class every single week on Skillshare. Whether it's a programming class, a photography class, or even this very useful writing class that I found. With the talented and entertaining teachers they provide, I have found myself knee-deep in a few classes I never even dreamed I would have taken. If you want to take the challenge with me, then click the link in my bio to sign up for a 30-day free trial. I bet you can finish at least 3 classes within that time frame. Number 7. Deservedness. Poor people have it sewn into their minds that they don't deserve to be rich. They think that because they weren't born with a silver spoon, that they will never be able to eat with one. That simply isn't true, however. Affluent people recognize this, and it helps them significantly when it comes to attracting more money. Wealthy people know that everyone deserves a chance at making money. Anyone can muster up the energy to develop a money-making skill and then apply that skill. Anyone can do the financial research and learn how to budget and handle their money appropriately. All it takes is a little bit of push and a little bit of motivation to get started. The ability to create and preserve wealth is something we all strive for. While it may seem like an illusory skill that only a select few have, many would be surprised to learn it's much more simple than that. I hope you enjoyed this list of 7 differences between the affluent and the poor. If you clicked on the video, you are already showing signs of becoming a wealth-attracting money magnet. If you've made it this far, thanks for watching. Don't forget to click the subscribe button so you don't miss out on more amazing content like this.